In October, 2 cars built by pediatric cancer patients were stolen from the Austin Hatcher Foundation. Since then, the foundation has been working to build a new vehicle with high hopes of auctioning it off for big bucks. Good evening, I'm Kim Chapman.
And I'm Joshua. Tonight we hear from a volunteer who designed a one-of-a-kind part for the car and why they joined the project. Sydney Edwards has a story. Sydney.
Josh and Kim, in January, the foundation plans to auction off this 2020 Jeep Gladiator. It's a project that usually takes about 6 months to complete, but in order to make the auction, they've had to rush the job. And it's volunteers like Aaron Chapsky that are making the build possible.
The injectors themselves won't do anything until they're plugged in, right? So you just got to make sure you get those all plugged back in.
This is Aaron's first build with the Austin Hatcher Foundation. He says his mom is one reason he is here installing the new Supercharger.
It was 2010. She went through her breast cancer, and it just, decimated everybody in the family.
When he heard about the foundation helping kids with cancer, he knew he had to be a part of it.
It's opened my eyes tremendously to the potential for regular people to make a difference.
Aaron works for Magnuson and designed this part. He says this Supercharger is the first of its kind. Magnuson built it in nearly 7 months' time.
This actually has a larger supercharger too. This is a 1900 TVS where the old one was a 1320. So things like that, we went bigger and we have a smaller engine compartment. So all that stuff was a challenge.
All to help turn this Jeep Gladiator into this, just in time for auction in January. John Myron with the Austin Hatcher Foundation says it's these volunteers and companies that have donated parts.
The sidebars, front and rear bumpers, skid plates.
That help make a one-of-a-kind vehicle that ultimately will benefit the kids.
The foundation was also gifted a Mahindra Roxor off-road vehicle. John Myron says they plan on fixing that up and eventually selling it at auction too. All proceeds will go back to the foundation to help pediatric cancer patients and their families. Josh.
Sydney, thank you. Tomorrow, pediatric cancer patients and their families will continue helping build the Jeep. We'll be there to hear more from one of those young volunteers.